Welcome! It's your boy Death here, coming from the halls of Hades. And I'm with my dog Cerberus, as always. And this is the Death Podcast. I think this is going to be a good episode, Cerberus. So, a lot of people ask, Death, what is your talent? And that's why I'm here. And my answer is killing people. I am really, really good at killing people. And it's amazing. You know, you think with a face like this, like nobody would want to die, but no, people, they just jump into the sack. It's very rare that anyone ever escapes me or even wants to escape me. But my other talent is the most important talent that you can have, the thing that matters most in this world. Opinions. And I have a lot of opinions that I'm going to drop on all of you living undead folks. So let's get cracking with it. First up, it's time for the little baby bird to leave the nest. So this is like when a mother wants her child to get out of the house, basically. And I don't care what you or your parents want to do for a living arrangement. That's none of my business. But would you all please stop comparing yourselves to birds. I know birds. I'm friends with birds. Crows are one of my servants. They do not like being compared to humans. Yeah, what are some other things that birds do? They puke in their babies' mouths. They can fly. Why are you human beings trying to adopt the behaviors of a creature that is nothing like you? And look, I don't care if you're a creationist or you believe in evolution. That's none of my business. But either way you look at it, human beings weren't leaving the nest. Human beings stuck together in biblical times. In the ape years, they were all hanging around in the same trees. They didn't run off from their parents. That isn't something humans or apes do. And the only time I can ever recall that ever happening is when Cain killed Abel, and then his mother was like, yeah, no, you gotta get out of here. Next quote, and I am paraphrasing here, things could always be worse. I mean, think about all the poor children in Africa that are starving. What kind of motivation is that? You are going to make me feel better by saying, hey, there's people that are even worse off than you. There's people that are starving. There's people that don't even have their limbs. If I was a child lying in bed and my mother was like, oh, sweetie, don't worry. There's a child in Africa starving and he has all of his limbs taken off by lions. You're so lucky not to be him. I wouldn't be able to sleep that night. That'd be horrible. How is that supposed to make me feel better? The only thing that's certain is death and taxes. Don't put me in the same sentence, even, as something like taxes. I don't want that comparison. Thank you very much. Nice guys finish last. I actually agree with this one, except one word. Nice. What it should be is poor guys finish last. And the reason why there are so few nice people finishing first is because, for the most part, rich people are jerks. And now let's have a moment with Cerberus. Cerberus, why don't you share some stuff with us?
Bow wow.
You're my dog, Cerberus. You're my dog. And now it's time for my opinion on snakes. Look, I sympathize with you all. I get why you're so angry all the time, slithering around. Some either higher power took your legs and arms, or evolution itself just puts you on the lowest rank. I would be pretty ticked off too. I'd be biting people's legs, and all these bipedal creatures walking around. Of course you're gonna be ticked. And yeah, I'm sure it's really hard. Like, don't get me wrong. Not having arms and legs, just slithering around as a rope with teeth. Like, what the heck? How are snakes even alive and prosperous on pretty much every continent? They should all be dead. I definitely feel sorry for snakes. I mean, I've killed a lot of them, but I've killed a lot of everything. But at the same time, you're just too ticked off, guys. You gotta calm down. I can't help but sympathize a little with snakes. I mean, there's the one with the little baby rattle on. All he can do is just shake his butt and rattle his butt whenever he's scared. Geese, because every time I go to the park now, I am waddling through a mound of goose poop. And what is this? What is this? That's not even a sound a bird should be able to make. And they're supposed to be flying south for the winter. So why is every time I go down to the lake in the winter, there's a whole bunch of geese there, and they're just jumping right into the icy water? They don't seem to mind it at all. Next up, another thing I hate, nightclubs. So I know I seem right now like I'm a party guy, but this is what a nightclub is. It's just a bunch of people doing this and moving their butts up and down, packed in a single room like a bunch of sardines. And you can't even hear the music. It's like I mean, the band's clearly into it, but I can't hear a single thing they are saying. And why is it, I know fast food restaurants are disgusting. I know a lot of places are disgusting. But why is it that when you go to a nightclub, there's always a bunch of red Solo cups? Everyone's just leaving their red Solo cups on the table. Like they forgot that their mother isn't there to clean it up or something. Like, well, and it's always the red Solo cups. It's not the plates. They just don't throw away the red Solo cups. There's so many red Solo cups at a nightclub. Also, I don't like the bouncers. They don't let anyone in, except hot girls, of course. And bros that can quote the movie Fight Club. And creepy divorced dads. And really party-hard elderly women. And actually just pretty much everybody. Their standards have really lowered since the 90s. And that is all for today's podcast. A lot of you have been asking if I'm going to release Seth from his sentence. And the answer is no. He will continue to do paperwork for me. Yeah, it's really boring over there, isn't it, Seth? There's a lot of paperwork I have to do. Alright, well that's what you get when you cheat death. It's a very confusing incident. We won't get into it. But, now that you have met me, I hope you will like me, I'm here. I certainly exist. I mean, I'd hope this was proof of that. But maybe just go down the streets, just holler, death, death. I'm tired of being the bad guy. And I want people to see me as a thing of joy. Just shout death down the street. At everyone you meet, just shout death, death. And maybe they'll cry out too. Maybe they'll be like, death, death. And we can all just, celebrate in how awesome I am. So keep at it, and I'll be seeing you soon. Very soon. The opinions expressed in this program do not necessarily represent the views of the Almost Everything channel. Really, we disagreed with about 50% of what he said. Thank you all for watching.